Vicenza Day was a Saturday that the America House Jesuit community dedicated to a vocations effort. Vicenza is a small town in Italy where Ignatius and his early companions stopped on their way to Rome. They stopped in Vicenza for prayer and meditation and to do charitable works. They worked among the people, doing corporal works of mercy. They also spent time among the people just talking about Jesus. Some went out to work among the students in hopes that they might be interested in joining the company. So we took that name and sort of that model to be with men who have expressed interest in the Society of Jesus and in our works. Well, we started in the morning at America House. We gathered for morning prayer. And there, Father Chuck Federico gave us some points to be attentive, he said, to be attentive to what we heard, what we said, what we smelled, what we saw in the course of the day, so that we could bring that together in sort of a prayerful reflection. So after we had prayer, we had a little bit of breakfast and then got on the subway so that we could get to the Bronx. Now we chose as our work very simple work. We contacted Catholic Charities to see if there was any site that just needed hands, no particular expertise. Catholic Charities put us in touch with a thrift store in the Bronx. Unfortunately, this thrift store is going out of business and they needed some hands to move merchandise back and forth and get things ready for closing down within the next, I don't know, couple of months. And within the course of some 3 hours, we moved shelves of books and sorted through mountains of clothing, tested electronic devices to see if they worked or should get thrown into the dumpster. And it was an opportunity just simply to provide whatever services were needed. It also opened our eyes to the fact that lots of folks don't do their shopping the way most people do their shopping, especially here in New York. In big stores on Madison Avenue, these folks were looking for bargains and probably living from hand to mouth. And we're sort of grateful for having us around. Certainly the staff was. After we finished our work at the thrift store, we went back to America House, had a simple lunch, and then we spent some time in just quiet reflection, being attentive again in our own minds to what we had seen, what we had heard, what we smelled, what dialogues we had with people. And then we came together for reflection together to share our reflections and our thoughts and our prayer. We ended with Mass, and then the young men who joined us went home, and we as a community had our dinner. I suppose what was moving was to hear the reflections afterwards of some of the men who had joined us, and how they could see the face of Christ in the folks that we encountered and in the work that we were doing. What moved me, I think, was the ordinary nature of the project. We weren't doing earth-shattering work. What we were doing was not going to change social structures. It wasn't going to found a university. It was simply sorting clothes. It was simply moving books. And a man's life in the Society of Jesus sometimes is as ordinary, often is as ordinary as that. Everything you do isn't a wow experience of an encounter with Jesus. So to be with my brother Jesuits and these young men to sort of do some simple work, to be exposed again to people who are much less privileged than we are, was a grace moment.